How would you like to know that the next offer that you put out for your coaching, consulting, or even professional service program is going to sell? Offers are the key to making money in business, especially some type of transformational coaching or consulting style business. And today I want to give you 3 reasons that offers don't sell. So that whether you've got an offer that you're trying to sell and it's not selling as much as you'd like it to, or you haven't created an offer yet and you want to make sure that you do it right the first time, you can apply what you learned in this video to make a better, more powerful, and more predictable offer. So first of all, let's define the word offer. It's thrown around a lot, but what does it actually mean? Well, an offer is the opportunity that you give another person to solve their problem using your method. I'll say it again. Your offer is the opportunity that you give another person to solve their problem using your method. And that method can be a variety of different things. It may be through a course. It may be through some type of coaching. It may be through some type of system that you've created. But again, the opportunity you give another person to solve their problem using your method. Notice that one of the key words there is problem. The best types of offers solve big problems. A lot of times in the coaching and consulting world, we talk about the big 3, and those are health, wealth, and relationships. And in those 3 areas, people have huge problems. So it's really easy to and very profitable and also valuable to the market if you're able to solve a problem in one of those 3 areas: health, wealth, or relationships. Health, making somebody healthier or more fit. Wealth, either helping them save or make more money. And then relationships, all that encompasses that, from marriage to divorce to dating, and even interpersonal friendships and relationships. So those are kind of the big 3 that people look at. But let's talk about these 3 top reasons that offers don't sell. Reason number 1 is that the offer was created backwards. Now you might be thinking, what does that mean? How do you create a backwards offer? Let me get my marker real quick so I can show you. So let's say that you're about to see some Basquiat style level, Michelangelo level art. Let's say this is you, right? And you are a business owner and you have an idea, all right? This is your idea. You've been through some things, you've got some challenges and some problems that you've overcome. And so you create an idea, and that idea solves a problem that you had before. So what a lot of entrepreneurs do is they create this idea in their mind, they create this idea in their heart, and then they take that idea out to the marketplace, all right? In the marketplace are all of these people, okay? Marketplace, all of these people who they then go and try to find others who have the same problem that they did so that they can present the solution that worked for them. It seems logical, but it's actually backwards. See, you don't want to start your offer with yourself in mind. Now, of course, you want to create an offer around something that you know how to do, a problem that you solve, but this is backwards, to go from me, what's in my heart, what's in my mind, to the marketplace. Because when I do it this way, what ends up happening is I'm searching for people who have this issue, this problem, this challenge, and also searching for people who see it the same way that I do. This can work, but it takes way longer, and often there's a lot of trial and error. What you actually want to do is, before you create your idea, you want to go into the marketplace and you want to figure out what problems the market is having as it pertains to your niche or your industry. So, for instance, I sell coaching, consulting programs to entrepreneurs whose problem is they've got an offer, but it's not selling. And they don't want to stress out trying to sell this thing one-on-one, doing one-off sales calls and all that kind of stuff. That is a problem of not having enough time to actually make business work in the way that I want my business to work. That is a problem. I'm running out of time. I don't have time. There are things that I need to do with my family. There are things that I need to do with my friends. There's things that I need to do for my future, but I'm sitting all day on sales calls. I figured out that that was a problem. One, because it was a problem for me, but I figured out it was a problem because I went into the marketplace and asked, what are people who are selling coaching, consulting, and transformational services having a problem with? I went to blogs. I looked at what other people were doing. I checked out other people's channels. I saw what questions their followers were asking. And I said, this is a problem. And this is a problem that I can help people solve. I can help people use leverage to sell their stuff one to many instead of just selling their stuff one to one. And so the offer was created out of looking at the problem in the marketplace rather than just sitting back thinking, what do I like? What do I enjoy? What problem do I want to solve? So the wrong way is it begins in your heart and your mind, and then you take it out to the market. The better way, or the right way, is you go out to the market in your niche, in your industry, figure out what problems they're having, and then come back to the drawing board and begin to solve that problem out of your expertise. Reason number 2 that offers don't sell is that the pitch misses. You might be thinking, what in the world is he talking about? You notice the baseball reference. The pitch misses. Now, I want you to think about baseball. In baseball, you have a pitcher, you have a batter. When the pitcher is throwing the ball to the batter for him to hit, the pitcher is making an offer. It's like, here's the ball. Are you going to hit it? If the batter perceives that the pitch that the pitcher is throwing is too difficult to hit, it's too hard, he's not going to be able to make contact. Maybe the ball is thrown way over his head. Maybe the ball is thrown down in the dirt. He will not swing. And if your offer pitch, the way you pitch your offer, the way you present your offer, the way you give your offer to the batter, who is your customer, if it looks too difficult to hit, they will not swing. And so often the pitch misses because we're focusing on the stuff that comes with the offer rather than the result that comes from working with you in solving the problem. So here's what I mean. Sometimes when you ask a person, what's your offer? They go, well, I've got a coaching program that has, 16 modules of video recorded training. We have coaching calls every Tuesday and Thursday, and we also have a live event. That is your package, but that is not the offer. And what happens is people focus on that stuff rather than focusing on the result. You're going to lose 20 pounds in 60 days. You're going to be able to scale your business from 10,000 to 50,000. You're going to be able to launch that business. You're going to be able to take better care of your children. That would be the result of working with you as the business owner. But you got to be careful not to focus on the minutia of the packaging that it comes in and only focus on the payoff of the offer or the result that comes from working with you. Here's another example. So if you think about the travel industry, right? If you go on a travel website right now, go Google Bora Bora. We'll finish watching this video. And you land on a site where they're selling trips to Bora Bora, it'll say things like, come relax on this beautiful island. Let the pristine waters flow over your feet as you sit on the white sand beaches and enjoy a cool beverage beside the one that you love. I mean, they are playing up the destination because it is the destination and the dream of the outcome of getting there that sells you on swiping that credit card and buying the ticket. Here's what they don't say. They don't say, plan your trip to Bora Bora. But first, you got to find somebody to babysit the kids. You got to pack your luggage, which is going to take a few hours. You got to drive through traffic to the airport, stand in line, get coughed on the back of your neck while you stand in TSA. Have you ever, I was on a plane last week, and it seemed like everybody around me was coughing and sneezing and sick. And I'm just like, They don't tell you that when you get on the plane that there's going to be turbulence. They don't tell you when you get on the plane that there's going to be a delay. They don't sell any of that portion of the journey. They are only selling the destination. And far too often when we are presenting or pitching our offers, we have fallen in love with the process because it's our thing. It's our baby. It's our process that we try to pitch the process, the coaching calls, the consulting calls, the modules, all that kind of stuff. They don't care. I want to whisper it again. They don't care. Here's what they care about. What is the end result that I will get after I work with you? And if you're able to show them that the end result that they get by working with you is far better than their state of life right now, it becomes a lot easier to sell. So number two is that the pitch misses. Don't miss with your pitch. I want to say it again. Don't miss with your pitch. Pitch the destination, not the journey. The third reason that people have trouble sometimes selling offers is because the problem to price ratio is off. And let me show you what that means. I'm gonna grab my eraser real quick, get rid of this first example. The problem to price ratio is off. So I think of it this way. I kind of think of it like a scale, okay? And so let me draw a scale real quick. Again, we're getting some high level artwork going on. And so you have over here on this side, you have the problem, or let's say on this side, you have the price. And on this side, you have the problem. Okay, so let's talk about this ratio. In this case, you can see that you have a higher price, right? But you've got a lower level problem that you're solving, or maybe it's a higher level problem, but you're not solving it on a high level. This is a problem. When you got a high, because everybody talks about high ticket, and I do believe in high ticket. I think the high ticket is a great way to go. But if you've got a high price and you're not solving a high quality, highly annoying, highly problematic problem, then it's going to be more difficult to sell this offer. So if you're trying to sell a $10,000 offer on how to clip your toenails better, it's going to be pretty difficult to sell that because that's not a major problem. So if the price and the problem don't match, if the price is too high and the problem either is non-essential or maybe it is an essential problem, but you don't solve it well, here's what you have. But let's take a scenario where the price is high and the problem is a big problem, but for whatever reason, your program or your method doesn't solve it well. What you're setting yourself up for is one-time customers. And this is probably the worst in the world. I can tell you that you can sell stuff at a high price, but if you don't deliver the answer to the problem and the payoff, then you'll have a customer that buys from you one time, and after they buy that one time, they'll say, never again. I went to a conference one time. I'll never forget it. The reason I went to the conference and paid my money was because of what they promised. And I paid the price because of the title of the conference and what the conference promised. But when I got to the conference, they flipped the switch, and we barely even talked about what I thought I was coming for. It was like a bait and switch type thing. And they got me once, but guess what I said? I ain't never going back to that particular conference again. And I'm not fooling with that particular group again. Why? Because the price was high, but their effort and ability to solve the problem was low. That's one way that the ratio is off. But let's say it's the inverse. Let's say in some cases, we have the problem way up here. We have a high level problem, but you're selling your program for a low price. This can be just as damaging. If you're solving a major problem and you're charging a low price, then it is very difficult to build trust in the marketplace. Here's my example. Let's say you are about to have a major operation, a brain surgery. You are not searching on Google to find the cheapest brain surgeon to work on your brain. Let's say I come to you and I say I have a current year model Rolls Royce. It's sitting out in the driveway right now. I purchased it, don't really need it. I'll give it to you for $497. Your immediate response and thought is going to be, what in the world is wrong with it? Or this must be some type of scam, or what's the catch? And some of you guys that are watching this are solving high-level, life-changing problems, but you're charging $97 for it. You're charging $27. You're selling an ebook for $7. You're selling a coaching program for $997, but you're solving a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 problem. And because your price and your problem don't match, because the price is too low, but the problem is high level. When the marketplace sees your offer, they're like, this can't be real. And that can be a major challenge. How do you fix that? Number one, you make sure that your method actually solves the problem. And number two, you go ahead and raise your prices. So these are the three major reasons that I found that offers don't sell. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go back and watch it again. Take some notes. Apply this as you're selling your offer right now or as you're creating an offer in the future. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.